We're live again. The thing about this time is that I don't know when my phone is gonna die. So I'm going live from my phone. I wasn't expecting to have to go live from my phone. So if my phone dies in probably about, let's say, give it 30 minutes. So this live stream is gonna be pretty short, probably about 30 minutes or so. But as you're coming in, say hey. Audio should be good now. Video should be good. Boom, let's get into it. This is a live stream video about how meditation changed my life for the better. And I wanted to talk about this because I get questions asked about it now that I'm sharing my experience being a meditation teacher. Hey y'all again if you're coming back in. As I've been sharing my experiences being a meditation teacher these days, people have been asking me about it, like my journey about how to become a meditation teacher. Some people want to teach meditation, they don't know if they have to be certified. And then some other people want to just like know how to meditate better on their own or like where to start. And so I'm here to answer all that. Hopefully, I'll be able to get to all of it in this live stream. First, I will say I hope everybody's had a great day so far. Happy Sunday. And I was saying in the other live stream that I have a notebook that I might be looking in. Here's my notebook right here. It says Happy Notes. And I've had this notebook ever since I started my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel started, I need to adjust my mic. Hopefully it won't make much noise. But my YouTube, because it was during the time of like the COVID lockdown in about May of 2020. And I found meditation, or like meditation found me. I wasn't trying to meditate on purpose. I was just trying to slow down and notice some things. And so so the stage of my life where I was at, I was a little bit different than I am now. I had a bit of a different crowd around me, and I also was still in college. So at the time, I had no idea that I wanted to teach meditation or teach yoga. At the time, I wanted to be a personal trainer. This is before I had started my YouTube channel, and I was going through something with my knees. My knees were like in excruciating pain all the time. And I made a YouTube video about like that experience a little while ago about how it was all like a spiritual attack. But I was having excruciating knee pain and I couldn't work out anymore. So that knee pain got in the midst of like the one thing that I could do to kind of like relieve stress for me, which was like working out, lifting, and doing cardio and stuff. So because my knees were hurting so much, I could not just I couldn't like really cope much. And from my mindset now, I'm speaking from a hindsight perspective because there were so many things that if I would have told the same story while it was happening, I wouldn't have had the knowledge or wisdom to even say what exactly was happening at the time. But there was one time where I was just in my room, and I was like sitting down in my room and just started noticing or just started noticing how silent it was in the room. And honestly, like there was no noise or anything. And that was the first time that it had been silent and I had like ever embraced silence and just noticed how much peace there was in silence. And then I started to hear God's voice. And like for anybody who's ever heard God's voice or what it may sound like to them, it may sound like something different to every single person. And for me, it wasn't like a deep voice, like I don't know. It wasn't an English voice. I should say that. It was sort of like a feeling. Like I don't necessarily hear God, I feel God, and then God speaks through me all the time. And you all get to be the number one people to see that, honestly. Not the number one people, but anyways, it just happens all the time. Like I say stuff and then I don't, it doesn't, it's like it's not coming from my mind. It's like literally I'm a vessel for God to move and speak through. So in that time, I was not aware of that. And this is again three years ago. For those who are just coming in, I'm telling the story of how I found meditation. So I was just sitting in my room. I was not feeling like my best at the time because I was having excruciating pain physically in my knees, so I couldn't work out anymore. And working out was something that I love to do. So I started hearing or feeling a just calm, nurturing, and loving presence that I've never felt before. And it was like an I was overcome with joy. I was overcome with joy just from being in silence. Because I realized that being in silence was a way to open yourself up to hear from God, basically. And meditation was something that I found haphazardly. I wasn't trying to meditate. That wasn't a goal for me to do. But after I realized how peaceful silence was, I wanted to do it over and over and over again. Like I wanted to keep just being still without having any music in the background or any other distractions. So I started meditating every single day. I first started probably, how did I start? By probably with music. Even though like I was in silence when I first discovered meditation, I probably started, I don't even really remember, but I probably started by listening to like a 5 minute, music soundtrack or calm waves. Actually, I did. I went on Apple Music on my phone and I just like looked up some calming, soothing waves and whatnot. And I would listen to that for about 5 minutes and 7 minutes. And then I just found myself on YouTube searching up like how to meditate and how to relieve your stress in different meditation techniques. And again, for those who are just coming into, this is around May or June of 2020. And in the back of my mind is probably a thought that I wanted to teach something like this, but it didn't occur to me yet that I I wanted to teach it. That's how I found meditation, or meditation found me. And yeah. So as I got into a journey of meditating, wanting to teach it, then shortly after that is when I started my YouTube channel. I mean, I started Holistic Flow YouTube channel in June of 2020, and I think it was probably like the first week of June, and that I put out my first video. And I had a couple videos of meditation tutorials that I deleted because once I actually learned how to teach meditation, it was not my best work. And for those who want to know how to teach meditation, I would get certified. I would want to, I would advocate for getting certified if you want to teach any style of meditation. For me, meditation is not a specific thing. It can look like staring at your eyes in the mirror. I know that sounds weird, but there's a type of meditation where you look in the mirror at yourself. A lot of people are reluctant to stare at themselves for a long time. Let's just be real. And there's a type of meditation that I used to do where I used to just like stare at myself in the mirror and literally look into my eyes, because eyes are the windows to the soul. So when you look into your own eyes, a lot gets revealed. How often do we look at ourselves? Only in a mirror do we actually look at ourselves. And when we're looking at ourselves, it's only really, we're looking at the outside appearance. But what's really crazy is that like our perception of ourselves is not the same way that other people perceive us. How you see yourself physically is not how other people see you physically, which means that our perception of what we look like is based upon, is fluid, I should say. It's, I don't know what it's based upon, but it's fluid. So what we're seeing when we look in the mirror, when you look in the mirror, you're probably like just fixing your hair, or it's something physical. It's not spiritual or anything like that. But there's a style of meditation where you literally look at yourself in the mirror, but you're only looking into your eyeballs. You're not looking at your hair or whatever physical is going on with your body. You're just staring at yourself. And that reveals a lot because your eyes reveal a lot. When somebody looks into your eyes, you probably feel vulnerable, right? That's because our eyes are the windows to the soul. And what does your soul reveal when you stare into your own soul? How often do we do that? Not often at all. So I don't think I would recommend that for like a beginner though, beginner meditator, because that would kind of, so for some people that might be scary. Where do I go now? This live stream has no structure, and again, if y'all have any questions, or I know y'all got questions, put y'all questions down in the chat. Put y'all questions down in the chat so I can answer them. Ty Dixon says, I've done that before. It kind of feels like I'm in a trance. Yeah, it can feel like that. And depending on how you do it, yeah. I mean, if you've ever seen a hypnosis being done, I mean, meditation is like a type of hypnosis, honestly. But the truth is about hypnosis that we're slowly being hypnotized by little things every single day. And I've had people say to me before, like, I don't want to meditate or be guided through meditation because I feel like I'm gonna get hypnotized or something like that. And I'm like, well, I mean, that's valid, but we should know that through the things that we're seeing on TV, on media, through the things that we listen to, the music that we listen to, there are little subliminal messages that anything that you're not aware of has the ability to slowly put subliminal messages into your mind. And it's not like an immediate, oh, I'm in a trance, but it's called auto suggestion, and those little like auto suggestions can lead to like a state of hypnotism, sort of. But anyways, you can do self hypnotism by, I mean, I would venture to say that, mantra meditation or affirmation meditation is hypnosis, a self hypnosis in a way, because you are suggesting themes within your own head that you want to keep thinking. So meditation to me is taking back the power that outside sources have tried to assume upon us because we're not aware of them. And it's reclaiming that and knowing that we can put the idea and the suggestions in our mind that we want there. And then we can become aware of the suggestions in the media or in the outside sources that aren't from us, like that aren't from our mind, that we don't want there. And frankly, they don't serve us. So we can kind of reverse those things by inputting our own information. But that was a lot. That may have been a lot of information. But yes, there's many ways that you can, it feels like that. And so where do I go from here? So yeah, if you want to become a meditation teacher, I actually do have a link that I can drop, and I'll put the link in the description box. I'll update the description box so that it reflects this, what we talked about in this live stream. But I do have a link to the meditation school that I went to. It is online, but it's based in Bali, Indonesia, and the teachers, Charlie and Liddy, are amazing. Are they based in Bali? They're based in Bali. Yeah, they're on Bali time. But in my meditation teacher training, which again, okay, let me back up. I decided to actually get certified in meditation a year after I had already been meditating, and I also had a solid yoga practice. For me, yoga is meditation in motion. It's just, so meditation is, taking one thing, you have a focal point of the meditation, and then you focus and concentrate on it. And then yoga is kind of like putting that focus and concentration into your body and moving with it. So after I had both of those practices pretty solid, that's when I decided to go ahead and get certified a year afterwards in 2021 of February, in February of 2021. And I was still in college, and it was, that year was, it was a life-changing experience to say the least. Even though it was online, I met with my classmates and the teachers weekly, like on the weekends. And every single day it was like 30 minutes to an hour of meditating. And that journey was intense. The one thing that I can take from the journey of like meditating daily for that long, which the training was from February to June of 2021. A couple months, 4 or 5 months. Meditating every day for 30 minutes to an hour can be pretty intense. And the one thing I would take from it is that there's so many things that we think we know that we don't. There were so many things that I was experiencing but could not put into words. And that just opens up like a whole box of possibilities of which I could say about what I learned from it. But honestly, there's no one thing that I can learn from meditation that is above all other things, which is why I decided to teach it. Meditation is a powerful tool. I will say that it has its calming effects. It's positive, helps you focus, helps calm your mind, helps relieve stress and anxiety, can even help relieve it in right there in that moment, right? But then also for some, there are people who have experienced headaches during meditation or even spinning, their mind spinning or different things that can attribute to basically trauma being released out of the body. And that's what I want to tell people more, but be better at wording it so that it doesn't scare people off. But meditation isn't always rainbows and sunshine. Because the truth is, and I'm glad the live stream is much clearer. Yay. I'm gonna have to go live on my phone all the time. Because the computer live was trash on my laptop. I don't know why. Maybe I need to do an update. But anyways, there's so much trauma that happens, and it starts from childhood. It starts from a young age. So if childhood is like the most critical time, and most of our trauma comes from the ages of, I guess, I don't know, like 10 or younger, that age or that span of our life seems honestly so much more concentrated with information than the rest of our life. Even though it's such a small part of our life, there are so many things that are suppressed just over and over and over again as we grow up because life. That's what life is trying to get us to do. Like life throws so many different curveballs at us to honestly allow us to see how important it is to stick to your or be committed to your journey of healing and growing and evolving. None of us are ever going to be as pure as we were when we were 1 year old, but that constant strive to do better for yourself, to learn more, to just not cuss people out when you want to cuss them out. Like that constant journey is so humbling. And the one thing I've took from meditation is humility, right? Humility, because everything takes balance, and some things aren't just one sided. I mean, nothing really is one sided. So, for example, I'll say this and then let me get to the questions because when I first started that meditation journey, again, I was meditating for about at least 30 minutes, but almost sometimes an hour every single day for 4 months. And there were some times when I would feel dizzy. I would, sometimes I felt like I had vertigo with my eyes closed. The room was spinning. There was one time I specifically remember feeling like I was on a roller coaster meditating about 12 minutes into just noting my breath, and I felt like I was on a roller coaster, right? And then I've had some really cool experiences. One time I started to hear frequencies. I mean, I've heard frequencies a few times meditating in silence, and this is why I actually recommend meditating in silence when you get into meditation because there's so many things happening around us right now in the atmosphere that if we just be silent, we can notice that we're missing so much natural stuff. So there was one specific time where I'm actually really musically inclined, so I can match pitch. And when I heard a frequency, which is a sound like a note, a key on the piano, that's all frequency is, I heard it and I hummed it until I looked up on YouTube different, frequencies, sound bowls. And then I hummed the frequency that I was hearing during meditation. I hummed it until I found it on YouTube, and it happened to be 432 hertz, which is the sound of the universe. Isn't that crazy? Like, I basically heard the universe. I heard 432 hertz when I was in silence. Like, when I first started meditating, I was in silence. But as I got into, it's usually when you get into like 12 to 15 minutes of meditation is when you slip into that like deeper state of consciousness, which is when I heard it. So, yeah. Self awareness is one of its best benefits, I believe. Yes, I believe so too. Self awareness and that journey of just you diving deep into the subconscious, which is really scary for most people because we don't realize that our subconscious rules probably like 95% of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. And I do the exercise where like I tell people to like stick out your thumb, stare at your thumb, and your thumb, which is in focus, represents your conscious mind, while everything in the background blurred represents your subconscious mind. But your mind can only basically focus on one thing at a time, which is what the conscious mind does. But that doesn't mean we should ignore everything in the background, which is the subconscious mind, which is all your suppressed stuff, all your childhood trauma, and all of that is what actually controls and rules over the way that we think. Self-awareness is one of the best things, is like the best thing that you can gain in life with all aspects, to know yourself, I think, along with humility, because there's just too many of us that feel like we are we are it, like we are the creator. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people that feel like they are God, like they created themselves. And I'm using that as kind of like a parallelism to say that knowledge without humility is useless. I'll say that one more time. Knowledge and even wisdom, knowledge without humility is useless. We can't guide ourselves. We don't have the wisdom by ourselves, by our own human mind. And that's just what it is. So that self-awareness, knowing yourself is knowing that. I feel like knowing yourself is knowing that you need divine wisdom and guidance all the time. And that's just been my whole theme of life, what I live life by. That's my recurring theme. And yeah. And that correlates to who you attract in life. You can literally go back into your childhood and heal through visualization meditation. Yes, which is one of the meditations that I learned how to teach as well. You can visualize yourself at 3 ages. You can visualize yourself at the age of 5, and then you can actually recite like affirmations to your younger self, like, may you be happy, may you be may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free from pain. Excuse me. And then visualize yourself again when you're 5, when you're 10, when you're like early adulthood, and then now. And then repeat those affirmations to yourself. May you go deep into mirror meditation, because the traditional way for me doesn't really work, as I can't keep my eyes closed. Thank you. Oh, the traditional way does not work as you can't keep your eyes closed. Okay. Well, first I would venture to say, why do you know why is it that you can't keep your eyes closed? Is it like like a technical reason, or just you don't like you just open your eyes to like see, you like the visual awareness of things. And then to answer your question, Um, Going deeper into mirror meditation. Well, okay, what exactly would you want me to go deeper into, like the effects of it or my experiences with it? Because not my experience is like I haven't done it long term actually. I like did it for a specific season in my life for like a specific reason. But I think it's really good for if you're conscious, I mean if you're what's it called? Self-conscious, or if you have low self-esteem. It's like my eyes flutter. Okay. Well, there's actually a few types of meditations that you could do if your eyes are fluttering. One, you could actually do a meditation called Zen breath meditation. And I'll go back through the what's it called? The mirror meditation. But you could actually, if you have trouble keeping your eyes closed, you could do a meditation called Zen breath meditation. So that is when you have your eyes open, but you just have your gaze like down and in front of you like that. Maybe toward the tip of your nose, but you have a soft gaze. So you have your eyes open, but you're not really trying to focus on looking at something. And the point of the meditation is to, one, notice all of your senses. So you literally go through and be like, oh, like all of your senses are open. I'm not really trying to focus on sight, but I don't resist it either. I'm not really trying to focus on what I hear, what I feel, what I see. And then the next purpose is to focus on your breath. So you actually count your breath in and out up to 10. And so it's a really good focus meditation. But the mirror meditation, if you're looking towards more so that self-love aspect, is really good. So I would just probably sit with the mirror in front of me. I usually use that mirror right there. Sit in front of that mirror on the floor. Is my cushion over there? Oh no. No, my meditation cushion is usually right there. But I'll sit right in front of the mirror and literally look into my eyes. One time I did it with the lights off. And that was an interesting experience. I was in the gym too. And it was as if, maybe your physical appearance changes a little bit. Like maybe because again, like what you look like to yourself is different than what you look like to other people if you didn't know. But you've never seen yourself from another person's perspective, so you wouldn't know that. But how you look at yourself in the mirror, that's probably not what other people see. So our perception is based off of different things. It's a layer. So I feel like when you stare into your eyes, your physical self diminishes. And that's what has happened to me. And I don't want to make out my experience to say that that should be everybody else's experience, but that's probably just how the advantage of what's it called? Self-esteem or even vanity being removed. The advantage was like vanity removed, self-esteem higher. So, right, you're staring into your soul, which is your eyes. So the eyes are the windows to the soul. And because of that, because you're focusing on the spiritual aspect of yourself and not the physical aspect of yourself, the physical kind of becomes non important as what's inside becomes like the forefront. And that could look like many different things. So, again, that's why I didn't really want my own experience to be highlighted as something that you should experience, because there's nothing that you should or should not experience. It's whatever comes. Um, that being said, I don't know when my phone is gonna die, but I'm doing live stream on my phone and I can't charge it while I have my mic plugged in to my phone. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop my let me get my other phone real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop my meditation teacher link. All right, for those who don't know, I am a meditation and yoga teacher, and what that is how I have been assigned to show up in this world. as a person who, I don't call myself a healer, I don't call myself a, I'm just here to help people realize the potential within their own self through divine guidance, of course. And so I have for you all an offering of meditation and yoga sessions. Weekly, we practice in the Holistic Fit Meditation membership. We practice 3 times a week. It depends on what package that you get, but you can invest yourself in meditation and yoga, or you can invest in just meditation and you get to practice with me 3 times a week. Not only is it the meditation, guided meditation, but then I also do a sort of mindfulness talk, wellness talk during each meditation session. Once a month, we meet for a community convo, I call it, because when you are involved in a practice, you want to know that there's other people going through the same thing as you, but we'll all have different experiences. But at the same time, it is an experience that hopefully you would want to share with other people, right? So in this chat right here on this live stream, I will go ahead and drop the link, and bear with me because I'm on another iPhone. But a lot of you all have been saying that you want to join, and how do I join? Right? So the link is in the description box of every single one of my videos. But I know some people probably don't look at the description box. That's all right. So I have a link for you all that I'm just going to drop in the chat. And then it's already in the description box, so I'm just going to leave it there. I have a really cool video of me practicing yoga here on the membership homepage. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to send the link right now from my business YouTube page, Holistic Fit Meditation. And it's going to come up in just a second. So yeah, there it goes. And again, I have no idea. And you're welcome again for the advice. You're very welcome. Maybe I should do more chats like this in the future. So let me know if you want me to do more videos on how to meditate. But I do have videos on that on my Holistic Fit Meditation YouTube channel. I'm not sure if the link came up. I'm not sure if the link came up. Oh. Okay, whatever. Let me send it again. Okay, if you want to see more videos on how to meditate, thumbs up this live stream, and then also go down in my description box and click on the link for, probably say like Holistic Fit Meditation, become a member, or meditate with me, or something like that, and check it out. So I would love to do more videos on this. Let me know your comments in the comment section if you're watching here on replay. What's good? So I'm gonna go ahead and get off the live stream now because I think it is about to die with me and my phone. So hopefully I answered all the questions. And yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Watch out for a video, or look out for a video that I'm going to be posting tomorrow. I post every Mondays and Fridays, so if you're not aware of my posting schedule, it's fine. Everybody has a life. If you don't remember that schedule, then you can just boom, turn on the notifications for the channel. So have a great day, everybody. Thanks for joining the live stream. And yeah, peace, everybody. Take care. Bye.